I reviewed Matsuricon last year and gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Let's see how it stacked up this year. This was Matsuricon's 9th year. Once again, it was held in the Hyatt Regency Columbus. This hotel and convention center are very nice. They have cool shops and nice wide hallways that keep overcrowding from ever becoming a big problem. On top of that, the convention center has a huge food court built in. At Matsuricon, you don't have to worry about going hungry. First of all, registration lines seem to move pretty fast. Some cons have a problem with this, but Matsuricon seem to have it pretty under control. If you pre-regged, you could either get a normal badge, a VIP badge, or a backstage badge. I can't say anything for the backstage badge, as I didn't know anyone who got it, but from everyone I talked to, the VIP badge wasn't worth it. It cost a lot more money, and you didn't really get that much more. Once again, this year's opening ceremonies weren't very good, and they felt like they drug on way too long. Though they were better than last year's, I just wish they would find a way to speed it up and get us out to the con. But at least it started on time. The cosplay contest, on the other hand, ran almost 40 minutes late, and no one was allowed inside until 30 minutes after it was scheduled to begin. This might have been okay, but the cosplay contest itself didn't feel like it was run very well. Everyone in the contest did great. It was more the staff's fault. First of all, they took out half the chairs in the room to make a spot for the judges' table, making a lot less people be able to even get into the contest to begin with. On top of that, they told everyone where they had to sit. We waited in line for almost 2 hours to get a good spot, only to be split up from our friends when there was a totally empty row right behind us. I actually asked the staff member why we had to split up, and she got very rude with me and acted like she may kick me out for asking to sit with my friends. This leads to my next thing, the staff. Wow, I don't know what happened. Last year everyone seemed so nice. This year the staff was full of extremely rude people. Not all of them were bad, some of them were very nice, but enough of them were jerks that for the last 2 days, people online have been sharing their horror stories about the staff this year. And there's a lot of them. But okay, not everything at this convention was bad. Not at all. First of all, the guest list was top notch. Matsuricon is a medium-sized con, and they managed to get more great guests than some big cons. Very impressive. The dealer's room was a step up this year. I still don't think it was the best dealer's room ever, but they definitely put more work into it, and it paid off. This con also prides itself in being family friendly, which some people don't like in a con. But I think it's great. It means people can bring their kids. But don't worry guys, there were still plenty of 18+ panels. Another thing this con does well is trying out new things. Once again, they had a Pokemon Snap hallway event, which is something you have to see to really understand. They also brought laser tag back this year, though everyone I talked to about the laser tag said it wasn't done very well. It was held in their interactive room, where they tried tons of interactive panels. They also had Sleeping Samurai there this year, offering fans a chance to fight their friends with foam swords. Lastly, we need to talk about the rave. In short, it was great. Just like last year, the DJs killed it. It was pretty fun from start to end. But there was a problem. At the front of the crowd, they had set an invisible line for safety that you were not allowed to cross. It was hard to tell where the line was, and if you even barely stepped over it, someone was waiting there to yell at you about it. Next year, just set up chairs to keep us back, like everyone else. The size of this con is medium. Location gets a 10 out of 10. This hotel and convention center are beautiful for this convention, and the built-in food court really helps. Dealer's room gets an 8.5 out of 10. It was pretty good. There was probably something in there for everyone, but it still could have been a little bit bigger and had a little bit more to look at. Organization gets a 9 out of 10. Everything actually seemed pretty well organized. The big problems came when you got into the panels. Panels get a 7 out of 10. They had a lot of guests, and of course their panels were fine. But as far as panels hosted by the staff of the con, they all felt very slow and not well put together. Staff gets a 6 out of 10. Not all of the staff was bad, but enough were that it really drops the score. I know staff ruined some people's con experience, which is unacceptable. The people in the staff that were bad weren't just unhelpful, they were rude and felt very power hungry. I wish I knew their names so we could keep them from volunteering to staff any more cons. Rave gets a 9.5 out of 10. It was very good. I think everyone had a great time that night. Only problem was the invisible line at the front. I know I complained a lot about this con, but it was actually really fun. The cosplay was great, the location is great, and I know a lot of people had a weekend they will never forget. But sadly, a lot of problems hung over the whole weekend. While some people may have avoided these problems, I know a lot of people couldn't. I hope next year they address these issues. It felt like for every problem they fixed this year, another one popped up. But don't get me wrong, I still believe this convention is well worth your time and money. I give Matsuricon 2014 an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, you can click on the video on the screen to jump over to my vlog channel, where I vlog my day-to-day life for your entertainment. If that's not enough for you, go to the description below to find links to my Twitch, where I stream video games almost daily, my Facebook, Instagram, email, Twitter, Tumblr, and the Convention Reviews website.